Okay, guys. So we did the mail out. We spent all this, a little bit of money, and we're so happy that we're getting our first phone call. Yay! We got our phone call. So now, what do we do? What do basketball players do whenever they're not playing a game? They're practicing, right? So we are going to practice our scripts. Can I borrow this one?
Yes.
You guys can share this one, okay? Que ya se me acabaron todas. You guys share because you guys love each other so much. So, the reason we're going to practice the scripts now is because we want to sound professional. We want to have professional conversations. We want to uncover motivation. Remember, let them vomit. Let them vomit all the stuff that they don't like about being an absentee owner. Let's uncover their motivation and let's secure listing appointments, okay? So I'm gonna start with the opening script, guys. And guys, grab your sheet and let's all read out loud, okay? Number 1, where it says opening script, we're gonna read it out loud in the count of 3, 2, 1. Hi, this is Julio with Lux Real Estate Services. Thank you for calling me back. How can I help you? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 and 6 are probabilities of what they might tell us. So I want you guys to divide yourself in groups. You're going to be A, you're going to be B, A, B, A, and B. Y tú vas a hacer A y yo voy a hacer B. Okay? And we're going to role play and practice. A is going to be the seller calling, and B is going to be the real estate agent. And then you guys switch, right? B is going to be the seller, and A is going to be the real estate agent. So all the A's are going to be the sellers. And let's start with number 2, and let's start practicing. 1, 2, 3. Ok, entonces, mira, vamos a practicar el número 2, ¿ok? Tú eres el seller. Tú me vas a decir, what is this about? Dime, what is this about?
What is this about?
So, I'm trying to reach out to owners in the area. Sí, porque te van a hablar en inglés también. Okay? I'm trying to reach out owners in the area because we've seen strong buyer activity.
Yo soy el agente, ¿verdad?
No, tú eres you're the seller.
Okay.
So you said, what is this about, right?
What is this about?
So I'm trying to reach out to owners in the area because we've seen strong buyer activity. I don't know your situation, but I wanted to see if selling now or later was something you have considered. En español está diciendo, ¿sabes qué? Le estoy marcando a todos los dueños de las casas porque tenemos muchos compradores. Y yo no sé tu situación, pero me gustaría saber si quieres vender ahorita o después. No sé si lo has pensado.
I'm not selling.
¿Sí me entiendes? Ahora al revés, ¿ok? I'm the seller and I'm going to tell you, hey, so what is this about?
I'm reaching to owners in the area because we are seeing strong buyer activity. I don't know your situation, but I want to see a selling. Now or later. Was ever something you considered?
Okay, perfect. So we have a seller and an agent that apparently know each other because they're laughing a lot.
No, es que les digo yo, es que recibí tu carta y quiero saber qué, como cuánto puedo venderme que dices, eso no viene aquí, digo, ya tampoco está bonito. Le voy a mandar el papel.
Okay. Edna and I are done. Somebody else? Okay. Let's go. Oh, now, did you guys switch? Now switch. Switch. Jocelyn and Natalie, you're on camera. Cristian, están en cámara, ¿eh? Así que háganlo bien. No te creas.
CMA, which is a current market analysis, to see what your property can sell for. Did you receive it?
How professional. Wow.
He ate tacos, he didn't give me a taco.
How dare you?
We're waiting for the next break.
Oh, okay. The next break is going to be whenever we're done with the scripts. We're done with the class. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. Are you guys almost done? Yeah, we're done. Okay, good. What is that?
Como una vejiga.
They're sawing something out there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the next door, they're doing a finish up. Okay, number 3. Number 3, A is going to be the sellers, and again, B is going to be the agent. And the question is going to be, what if they say, oh, I'm not selling? We need to know what to say whenever they're like, no, I'm not selling. Okay? So start practicing in 3, 2, 1. Now. Tú dime a mí, I'm not selling.
I'm not selling.
That's totally fine. Most owners I speak with aren't either. Let me ask you this. If the price made sense, would you at least be open to a conversation? ¿Sí me entiendes? Y van a decir, pues sí. So then you show the price. And they're going to love the price. Okay, al revés. I'm going to say I'm not selling. No, thank you, and I'm not selling. Not interested.
That's totally fine. Most owners, I speak aren't either. Let me ask you this. If your price made sense, would you at least be open to a conversation?
Yes, thank you. En español sería así.
Sí.
Oye, entiendo que no quieres vender. Muchos de los dueños con los que hablo tampoco quieren. Pero déjame te pregunto algo. Si el precio es correcto, ¿estarías dispuesto a tener una conversación conmigo? That's it.
Oh, no, I'm not selling.
No, I'm not. Okay, that's totally fine. But most
Well,
of the
maybe still no. Because you can be like, well, maybe, so I'd say yes or no, so it's better to push it in for yes.
If the price makes sense, we can at least be open to a conversation.
At least half a minute.
That was worth your reason.
At least half a minute.
Let's start wrapping up. The number 3, please.
Be realistic. I don't want to sugarcoat it.
Hey, can I vender for half a minute? Okay.
Let's be realistic.
You know what? I like the way sellers and agents get along in this table. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and start wrapping it up, and let's go to the last one, okay? What if they say, but I'm renting it out? Like, some people think that they can't sell because they're renting it, okay? So, for example, this one says, got it. How's that been for you? Again, we want them to vomit all the negativity because nobody likes to be a landlord, okay? That's why there's property management companies that people hire because they don't want to have the headache. So you want to tell them, am I renting it out? It's kind of like, so how has that been working for you? Pretty smooth, or it's more work than you expected? So we want them to start saying all the negative stuff. Another point is many people think like, oh, it's rented. I can't sell it because there's a contract. No, you can't sell even though there's a contract because contracts transfer over to the new owner. So no big deal, ¿verdad? So let's practice. 1, 2, 3.
I'm renting it out right now.
What's your profit margin for the year? $1,800. Do you think it's worthwhile your time for all this time that you've been renting it out?
Yeah, you're a realtor. They take care of everything.
Would you like to maximize your profits?
I just bought it, so I don't have any equity.
Okay, then you're not an absentee owner. Okay.
Nobody said I was. You're shooting.
What's going on here, guys?
So he's telling me, no, I just bought the property. I'm like, no, then it's not, you're not a target.
False accusations.
No.
Yo tengo ahí no calls.
But do you have another property that you might want to sell?
va a entrar en un problema de búsqueda de inquilino nuevo, no sabe si le va a tocar alguna buena oportunidad, o sea, algún buen.
Would be going over as well, and anything prorated would also be going over to the new owner of the property whenever it gets sold.
I want you to do a billboard presentation. Mic check, test,
Mic check,
test.
mic check. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap that one up in 30 seconds. Yes. Yes. Aquí se la voy a quitar a Danny porque they share because they love each other so much. Because they love each other so much. Guys, we need to practice the scripts. Practice, because whenever we get the phone call, we don't want to be like, all surprised. Danny se trabó. Yes, ma'am.
I have someone interested in selling, but the thing is, it hasn't even been almost 2 years, and it's preferred for it to be. I even looked it up in the CMA, like tried to make a CMA, and it didn't come out, like, because it's a new neighborhood. It's in over there by in the south.
Yes.
The new neighborhoods in the back.
In the south, like Celito Lindo, Las Aldeas,
On the other.
by OCC South? Right Ranch. What about it?
It's the new neighborhoods that they had just made this past year. So it's only 2 years. What can
Okay, so remember, we are doing a mail out targeted. We want to make sure that the people that we don't know, that it's been that long because they're more likely to sell. That's another thing. You get somebody interested, but sell the house even if they bought it yesterday.
So then, okay, but for the CMA, if it didn't come out, like I didn't see how can I do that CMA or can I make the CMA for him to let him know because he still owes 280, but he bought it like 2 years ago. So how would I?
There's properties that are 2 years old that have sold in the last 6 months.
Oh, okay.
See?
That's good to know. Okay.
You would
Yeah.
go into,
I did that.
yeah. It seems pretty easy, right? Like let's say,
Let me just borrow this so I can close it up, okay?
like you want to serve.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go over some qualifying questions that we need to ask. Remember, we want them to bomb it, right? We want them to bomb it. Todo el mugrero. So, how long have you owned the property? No, pues I've owned the property 7-10 years. Good. We know they have equity. Okay. Are you managing it yourself or with a property manager? Why are we asking that? Because if they're managing themselves, they're probably tired. Okay. How has the rent been performing? Have they been paying you on time? More likely not. People don't pay on time, So they always have to be collecting. So we need to ask those questions. Have you had any major repairs or issues recently? Properties usually need repair. They need maintenance. And then that's going to trigger a conversation of like, yeah, the roof has been leaking. I have to pay $3,000. Again, if you ever sold it, what will you do next? Some people say, yeah, I'll sell it, but I want to buy another one or I want to buy a ranch. So you might be able to double dip in getting more business, okay? Successful agents do all these things and they get lucky by people saying like, now I want to buy a ranch, or now I want to buy a commercial property. They don't get lucky. The successful agent did something about their current situation, okay? So then we need to schedule an appointment. If they're out of town, you schedule an appointment at least 15 minutes so you can start talking about the CMA, telling him how the things work, tell him don't worry about it. I know you're in Bakersfield, California, and we can send you the listing agreement. You don't have to come. We have all these other companies that they can do a remote closing. You don't even have to be in Laredo, Maybe we can do Zoom so you can trust me more and look at me, or we can do a phone call. If you live in town, I'll be more than happy to go to your other house to do a listing presentation. Okay? Guys, you need to practice these scripts out loud daily. It doesn't have to be the same thing over and over and over again, but at least practice them like another day as well. You need to be calm, confident, and very professional. Don't argue with people. If they're like, no, pues I don't want to sell. No, pues yeah, I think you need to sell. No, pues I don't want to sell. No, yeah, I think I need to sell. I think you need to sell because of this. No, but I'm not really looking into. Don't argue. If they don't want to, but they don't want to. That's fine. Don't be pushy. Listen more than what you speak. Us, we tend to talk a lot because we want to tell them how great we are and how excited we are and how helpful we are and what a badass real estate agent we are and all the knowledge that we have and the properties that I sold 2 blocks away from there. I know, please love me. No, that's not the way it works. Let them talk more. How many of you have heard that people remember you more when you didn't say anything, but you let them talk a lot? And Sarah always says that. Remember how people are like, I like this guy. I like this guy. The people that I like the most, the people that don't talk.
People like to talk about themselves.
People that let me talk, And at the end, I'll remember how I felt. Not what he told me. I remember how he made me feel, she made me feel. Bueno, he, porque she doesn't apply to anything. Unless it's Sarah. So, listen, guys. Listen more than what you speak, okay? Remember, your objective is the appointment. Do you know what's the most important process of the real estate transaction? From lead generating to close? What's the most important part of the transaction? Sí, bueno, sí. Pero, ¿cuál es el paso más importante? What is it that you always need to be focusing on more? No, of the real estate transaction.
Oh, okay.
De la transacción, todo desde que empieza hasta que termina. Yes. Okay, yes. And you know what? I'm glad that you guys are not saying the word that I want to say. Because those are all important. Those es importante. First impression, customer service. But if you guys want to measure your success, you need to measure by the amount of appointments that you put a week. Wait, Julio, but what about the contracts? What about the closing? Isn't the closing the most important? Because, no, I hate closing because I'm unemployed, right? I'm about to be unemployed.
They used to track.
I like contracts, but I think that without an appointment, without no appointments, there's no contracts, there's no closing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but what about lead generating? Yeah, you can lead generate all day, but if you're saying the wrong stuff and if you're not focusing on the appointment, you're going to talk to a lot of people all day, you're not going to sell anything ever. So what's the most important? The appointments. You tell me how many appointments you put this week, and I'll tell you how many contracts you will have and closings and money you will make in the future. So measure your success in the amount of appointments. I have an appointment at 12. I like putting appointments, an appointment. Yeah? Because those are what measures success. Whenever you are thinking about your progress of the week, think about how many appointments you put in the week. Or make a goal. You know what? I'm gonna have 3 appointments. It can be seller appointments. It can even be buyer appointments. Oh, Julio, pues I don't bring buyers to the office. I take them directly to Arriba. I take them directly to the Hillside listing on Kentucky. Está bien. That's an appointment. On a listing, is the appointment's always in the kitchen table because you need to get there and see the house. Que bonita casa and so, right? Pero that's the appointment. Pero you got the appointment yesterday. You set the appointment. So I would invite you guys to start tracking all my appointment settings. ¿Verdad? Because that's where success is. So focus on the appointment, not on the sale. Don't worry about the sale. Just focus on making appointments. Whenever this campaign is doing it. Now, you guys can do it at a high level. You guys can do it like, hey, Adriana and Christian, we'll get together, we'll pitch in $300 each or $150 each. And we'll do a co-broker transaction. You guys are on the same team. Why not? You guys go together, because you guys are supposed to get busy. Right now you're like, but why do I need to be with someone? Because right now I need listings. Yeah, but go one step ahead and say, dude, we're gonna do this campaign. We're gonna get so busy that Adriana is gonna be in an appointment at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna be down the street at another appointment. Or if you guys like to go in together, pues go together to the same appointment. Why? I like going with people. Chuy likes going with people to his listing appointments. You know why? Because the seller's about to sign a listing agreement. They're basically literally about to sign a check of $18,000. So the way Chuy sells his service, he's like, oh, I brought my assistant broker. He calls me his assistant broker. I brought my assistant broker. And I also have, aquí tengo a Adriana y a Christian y a Edna. You are paying $18,000 for all of us. ¿Verdad? And people are like, pues he's lying, no es cierto. No, it's true. Because at the end, who gets the phone call? The gringo. Me. Who goes there with gringo? Me. Who's also taking care of gringo? Chuy. Tú también. Maybe you even heard about gringo. Just because gringo's on your team. That's a seller that we call gringo just because he's white. Yeah, so guys, use us. If you not really have a listing appointment, just let me know ahead of time. I'll go. Vamos todos. Would you guys go to her appointment? Si pueden? Sí, ¿verdad? Dani, no. Okay. Yeah, guys, so we're a team. Let's help each other. Let's train. And I'm going to be wrapping this up. Again, if you guys leave here and don't do nothing, that's fine. But nothing's going to happen unless you do something. Julio, right now, money's tight. Maybe I can only do 50 a month. Pues dale, métela 50. Guys, I'm gonna give another announcement. I think I'm gonna seriously consider getting rid of Voltrail. Right? Because I did a survey and it's not working as intended, and I want you guys to be happy with what we have. So maybe if you guys are not gonna be spending those $100, spend them on this now.
I was going to mention that too. Like, we're getting leads, yes, but sometimes a lot of those leads are already working with like agents, and they're just like.
I have the same thing happen to me.
O puros números que no existen, o gente que no me.
Yes. So let's get that little bit of money that we used to spend on Voltrail y métanlo aquí. Pero métanlo because I want to get more listings for the company. The more listings, the better for us. And I want you guys to get more sales. Okay? So nothing happens if you guys don't do anything. Go ahead and do it. I'm hearing another announcement that I wanted to give is like is the reason you guys are not, and I already spoke to Jocelyn about this, is the reason you guys are not coming because nobody comes, therefore nobody comes because nobody comes? ¿Tú por qué no vienes?
Yo porque tengo que estudiar.
Okay, ¿y no puedes estudiar aquí?
Pues me distraigo.
Bueno, let's commit to come to the office. Aunque sea por poquito, ¿verdad? Aunque sea un poquito. I always try to be here. It's not sustainable for me to say that I'm always here because I also have business out there. Let's go ahead and just commit to being here. Why? Because when we're here, it increases creativity and productivity también, okay? So I'm gonna do some mail outs myself. I also wanna get some listings. Or maybe I just, imagine, maybe I just become a master of setting up appointments y los mando a todos ustedes. I would love to. I would love to do campaigns to get the buyer to pass it off. I don't have to do the work. You can do the same thing. Oh yeah, I like to be in my house. Let me just do some marketing. Let me get some leads. Y me asocio con Natalie. Y nos vamos 50-50. You get two, pass to Natalie. ¿Qué significa? That it's 100% that you didn't have to do anything about it. I don't know, for me that's powerful. The less I deal with sí, es que mi casa no se vende, you know, dealing with other agents, offers, stuff like that. That's fine if you like it. But that's what I'm saying, like for me. So even if you're not doing it for you, do it like to team up or whatever. ¿Verdad? The next training is going to be about expired listings. And there's also a mail out campaign and even a phone call campaign. But I like more the mail out. It's more like people call you. I like when people call me, I'm like, because it's more like, they're already like open to talk to you, you know, rather than you calling them.
You already have frustration.
Ándale, sí.
Sí, porque luego les hablas en un mal momento y te mandan a la fregada.
Te mandan a la goma.
Ya cuando ellos están
Cuando
están listos para hablar.
Exacto. Okay. Bueno, pues thank you very much for coming, showing up for the training. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys do something. If you don't, it's fine. I still love you. You're welcome. Gracias. Y vengan a la oficina. Si no, la voy a cerrar, ¿eh? Adriana. Si no la voy a cerrar, ¿eh?
Ay. Ahora me pones toda. Edna, si no la vas a cerrar.
Ven, Edna, si no la cierro, ¿eh?
No, y ahora es más famosa.
Pues sí.
Por la.
Cristiana, haz tu yoga aquí, tus clases de yoga aquí con todos, ¿ok?
Te va a